Hi guys, Richard Lindner here. Now I want to take a few minutes and explain to you what it is you're looking at and how you use it and why it's at all beneficial to you at the engagement phase of the machine. Now what you're looking at is something I call the engagement series roadmap. And it's important to the engagement series because the engagement series has a minimum of 12 possible campaigns. And if you remember, or hopefully you remember because you watched the video that Ryan shot just a few videos before this on price determines length, you need to be able to map out or create a roadmap of exactly how your engagement series is going to look on a per product basis. Now, the engagement phase or engagement series is product centric, and depending on how many products you have in your product line or services you have in your service offering or how extensive your catalog is, you may be creating several engagement series. So it's important to have a roadmap to know here's what happens. It's also important when sitting down and writing this series that you write it in order, because you need to know from a psychological standpoint where your prospect is at and what you're telling them now and what you're going to tell them to do next if they don't take the action that you want them to take. So it's very important to map this out before you sit down and start writing, and that's why this particular document is so powerful. Okay, looking at this document, there's a very few things that you have to fill out. What is your lead magnet name? How did people opt in to get started in this engagement series? What is the offer name? What is the product or service offering you're asking them to take? What will remove them from this engagement series? And then what is the offer price? Again, referencing back to that video that Ryan recorded on price determines length. What is the price of this offer? And if you say $47, you may look down and go, I have 6 campaigns for a $47 offer. That's just a few too many. Or you may say, I only have 2 campaigns for a $5,000 offer. I don't think that's enough to do the heavy lifting. Now, that's what it looks like for you to create this. This is also a great asset if you have a team or if you're leveraging an outsourced team. You should be able to fill this out and say, my lead magnet name or title is this. The offer that we will be promoting after someone registers or opts in to receive that lead magnet is this, and the price is this. I would like to have this engagement series be made up of a mini class launch, check, and that would be order number 1, and a newsjacker, check, and that would be order number 2, and a join me in congratulating, check, and that would be number 3, and a takeaway, check, and that would be number 4. You should be able to hand this roadmap with the templates to someone else on your team or an outsourcer if you so choose. I'll do it a lot myself, so I'm not telling you shouldn't do it yourself. But if you have a team, and if you have someone on your team that's going to be dedicated to doing this now or in the future, this document, along with the templates, should be all the information that they need to actually build your machine. And then you can go in and make sure that you're focusing on the initial 10%, which would be the strategy, and the final 10%, which would be perfecting. The 80% in between is just kind of lever pulling and manual labor. And it's not that anyone's too good to do that, but if you have team members that can do that and you can leverage yourself at the 2 most important parts, again, the strategy, the architecture, and the final prettying up and perfecting at the beginning and at the end, you should be able to create your machine much, much faster than someone who's doing it themselves. So that's why I had this particular document created. Again, you should be able to download it at or under the description to the right side of this video, as well as in the resources module in the resources section of this module. I hope it helps. Feel free to print it out. Again, you may end up creating 1 of these. You may have to create 10 of these. Let's start with 1. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But as you go through, the templates, which I believe start the next video. You'll see a list of the templates here. Before you watch the next video, I would like for you to write in the lead magnet name, the offer name, and the offer price. And as you watch these videos, go ahead and put some checks in the series that you think are right for your machine, for your first engagement phase or engagement series in your machine, and go ahead and scribble in the number or the order you believe they should go in. Now you may redo it afterwards, and it may change a little bit, but it's a good exercise and it's a good handout or almost a worksheet to have with you as you're going through the rest of this module. Okay, that's it. We're going to get started with the Gain Logic Fear campaign. Ryan's going to go ahead and explain that campaign, and you can download it. After that, he'll move on to the mini class launch, and then I'll be back with you to talk about Don't Stand Me Up. So I will see you in just a bit. Enjoy, and thank you.